My name is Adam Osseiran. I'm Associate Professor at Edith Cowan University School of Engineering. I'm Director of what's called the National Network Teletest Facility, which is a major national research facility here at ECU. And that was a project that started about 10 years ago. That's how I came to Australia, actually through this project, where it was a major national research facility funded by the federal government and state government. And I'm also teaching at the School of Engineering. I'm teaching electronics and engineering and instrumentation measurements. And I do a number of research projects with industry, mainly on environmental monitoring and monitoring of hazards, using technology to identify hazards before they occur. I developed a concept of identifying hazards by listening to it. Typically, one of the applications that I've developed was listen to the European house borer, boring into timber, and also a similar system to listen to termites. So this innovation can listen selectively to the termite biting on a piece of timber, such as this one, placed in the ground. And if termites start attacking this piece of timber on their way to your house, this device can detect that sound and immediately alert a pest control company or maintenance department or the owner of the house. And something can be done about it, which is removing the device, putting a little bit of amount of chemicals that the termites can take back to their colony, and no termites in your house. We could use more technology to actually repel the termites, so that's work in progress. There is a patent that protects this idea. And we are working on different systems to eventually send the termite back instead of trying to kill them. The idea started with a student project in 2008, where we had a problem in Switzerland of the forest dying too early, and a number of trees were dying. So there was an idea of some borers killing trees too early. And we found out that this borer was actually called ostrich, is breeding early and staying later because of the climate change. Typically, one degree of increase of temperature makes this pest develop earlier and breed earlier. And so they are killing more than they should or they could in the forest. So we started a research paper, and from this research paper we came up to the idea, okay, let's develop a device to listen to the trees, basically mainly in the Swiss Alps. And from this idea, this was developed here, and I got a couple of students from Switzerland to develop this idea in Perth at ECU as a student project. And this is where it started, by listening to the ostrich, and then eventually started listening to the European house borer and the termite. This is where we are now. Perth is a fantastic place to do this kind of development, because a number of opportunities is great, and the people are open-minded and open to development. A lot of ideas are developing here in Perth. We don't hear it, we don't know about, but a lot of ideas are developing. So people are aware, I get calls from people saying, oh, can I, you can come and use my site as a test site, or can I know when it's out in the market, etc. It's just a lot of enthusiastic response. I mean, it's fascinating to get up in the morning and say, oh, I'm going to develop something that will be helpful, that will have an impact, that people will use. That's fantastic. And also saying that it will help the environment as well. We all want to do something about it. So this is my bit where we can help improving the quality of the environment using something that I can use, can develop, which is technology. So that this feeling is fantastic.